maybe where you don't have any power or something like that. Doublers, and this is called a switch hitter. This is called a doubler. These devices aren't bombs. They look like bombs.
Yeah, they look like bombs.
All right.
Oh, scary.
This is a 4-station switch hitter. So say you have gophers chewed through a bunch of wires, or somebody screwed up the system and didn't put enough wires in, and it's impossible to run new wires or too cost prohibitive. This, you could take one wire and you could actually operate 4 different valves at 4 different times. You just have to understand it's there. Every time the controller sends a shot of electricity out, it's on one switch. It shuts off. The next time juice comes through that one wire, it goes to B. The next time juice comes through the wire, it goes through C. So you might have station 1 programmed to come on 4 times in a row with the controller, but it's actually stations 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it has to be like valves that have the same water requirements and stuff, but it could, I've used these in specialized situations before. Doubler is just 2 valves. And it's a cheaper device, and it's all concealed. You don't have any maintenance to it. The switch hitter, again, it's a little more versatile.
Doubler is just like
it does the same thing, but you can operate only 2 valves off of one wire, and this one you can go up to 4. Okay. Different heads, different nozzles. These are old school, but you're still going to run across a lot of these impact heads. Like I said, on that quick coupler system, where boom, this is
That's a sprinkler head?
yeah. So this pops up.
God.
The Rainbird
That's
ones
what
we call
Tom has on
maxi
his
pause. So you would hear these are the ones that are noisy. That you hear them pop up.
Bulky.
That's
And
just this part.
Yeah, his is just this part without all this.
I mean, they're actually, for what they are, man, some of these heads are so
That's
solid.
my
They've been in the
grandpa
ground. They've lasted 30, 40 years, They swap the guts out, and they still work pretty damn good, for what they are. So that's called an impact head. It's just like the stuff you see above ground, that action, Okay? We have our pop-up rotors that you're more familiar with now, that pop up, spray a long distance, quiet, all internal gears and everything. You get into the larger rotor heads like this, have opposing nozzles, so they have a nozzle on each side. Both of these are just a single, it's kind of a single nozzle setup here.
I think it was me.
Okay.
Oh, no,
So a lot of stainless steel on our risers, makes it last longer with strong springs. So one nozzle, opposing nozzles, you have nozzles on both sides, okay? So if you hear somebody say opposing nozzles, then that's a pretty efficient head. I think the Coliseum's got those out there. And a lot of it's a higher end system. And again, if we want distance, man, we're putting in rotors, big rotors. And then as opposed to little different pop-up spray bodies, which, these make with MP rotator nozzles, maybe you could get 30 feet out of these, where 30 feet, 25, 30 feet is going to be a minimum on your rotors, and you're going to go up to, 80 feet.
Sometimes they'll just have the rooster tail on the back and the main spray.
That's the opposing nozzle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. A little bit of water coming out. It's for efficiency. It's to get, because you see donuts sometimes around heads where you don't get the close water, so they close water and far water nozzles basically. This is a transformer, an external transformer, just to reduce the power coming into your irrigation controller. From your irrigation controller to your the juice that comes in is usually 220. I'm sorry, not 220, 120, 110, 120, and this takes it down to go out to your valves at 14 volts roughly. So this reduces your power coming into the controller and then going out to your valves.
What's it called?
A transformer.
Okay.
But that's actually a voltage reducer. Deep watering
Bubblers.
device. Oh, one thing I didn't say. What's this called right here?
Valve?
Swing joint.
Joint?
Okay, very important. A lot of different ways to build these things. This is a prefabbed one, but super important to be able to get your heads at the right level. Super important. Got to have it.
That is me, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, you're flashing
My
people.
phone.
Man.
And then it stopped recording too. I'm sorry.
She's flashing people.
I wonder if I'm out of
Memory?
space on my phone. Yeah.
Just simple drain stuff. There's a lot of people out there selling a lot of drainage components. When it's water that's getting carried away, they usually call it a drain pipe or a drain tile. It can be anything from like really tiny, like this. This has little slots in it that water can actually move into, to very large pipes, huge pipes. right? I think in most athletic fields, we're probably looking at, for like in the field, 4 inches, 6 inch maybe max. When you get to your sideline drains, they get larger, all right? Because these can hold a lot of water. And it depends on how close you put them together. The spacing's pretty critical. This is perforated. You see the holes in here, just like the holes in
I
here.
don't understand why the water stays in there.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's moving at a much higher rate. I mean, once it gets in here, it's moving fast.
So
and
it's not gonna go up the little holes.
Well, if it does end up seeping out, that means you have good enough internal drainage, so it's not a big deal. The stuff that can't go down goes through. That's the idea. The key on this stuff, you guys, if it's perforated, is backfilling to the soil surface with sand or gravel or whatever your media is. If you cap it with sod that has clay or something on it, it's going to seal the drain line. Nothing's going to get down into that. So that's super critical when you're thinking about questions on the test.
Okay.
So you'd
What's
have
that?
to use washed sod.
Or mud.
for that.
And Chris had this problem at UCLA, right? They did all that drain lines and they sealed all of his drains when the original time they did it. This last time they did it right. But the very first time when he first got hired there and he called me up panicking that they're not listening to him, you know, it's like, you're just gonna have to deal with it later because they've already got their minds made up. So.
So the trick would be to,
The first time they buried, they actually didn't even just seal it. They took their drain lines. Every drain line had probably about this much native soil on top of it. They had gravel down below, but it was sealed with a ton of native soil. So nothing was open to the surface.
What,
And then sand on top of that.
They didn't even have sand. It was like native soil.
so would you use wash sod above, like?
You would. You
Yeah.
should.
Okay.
If you're sodding, yes. Or something with this that was grown in the same sand that you used for the bait, for the trench.
Okay.
Gravel's harsh on athletic fields. In landscapes, you could use gravel to the top, but.
Okay.
And then these are just catch basins that water moves into in large quantities or smaller quantities, depending on the type of size of your basin. These obviously are going to be outside of the playing area, very hazardous to have where people are going to be falling and stuff. So.
Is a catch basin interchangeable with, what's the word I'm looking for? A junction box?
Junction box. You know, a junction box.
It's a catch basin.
Yeah, I mean, it's area where it comes in and you cut multiple outlets
Okay.
to it.
Maybe
So
I'm
it's
mistaken.
the same purpose.
Okay.
Catch basin, or drain inlet with a junction box. Now, this technically wouldn't be a junction box since there were only one pipe coming out.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that's the technical term. You can pop out all 4 sides of this and have everything coming out. You know, you could have a 4-way connector here, or it could just be an originating point or an end point.
Okay, sure. Makes sense.
Okay?
Cool.
Crash course.